Hey, good evening, guys. So, welcome back to another video on the Border Patrol hiring process. So, I got some good news and I got some bad news. As you can see from the title of the video, you know, and I'm going to get into it more as I go, but first of all, I just want to say, thank you to all you guys that are tuning in, and shout out to you guys that are asking me questions. I see everything. I always monitor everything, and I try to get back to all you guys. And then I know I get to speak to most of you guys that find me on Instagram through my videos, and you guys are sharing your experiences. And some of you guys are in your process or are now getting your final offers. So shout out to you guys. You guys bring all the energy and the positivity, and it's very motivating, and it's awesome that a lot of you guys out there are joining something and wanting to be a part of something bigger than yourself, and be a part of a great team, great service. So I gotta say it's official. Like, I got my final offer. March 7th, I actually got the call. And that's when they gave me all the list of available locations. They gave me an enter on duty date, which was April 15th. And then I would spend 3 days at my sector. And then from there, I would get my academy date as well, which is provided to you once you get your final offer. So the academy date, my start date was April 17th, and I was scheduled to graduate in October of 2024. So 6-month academy, and really looking forward to it. And it's crazy because I was a month away, and I was staying in great shape and keeping up with everything I had. And at that time too, I was actually starting to put in my notices, like at my job, my apartment, and because obviously I'm going to be having to move out of state to go to my sector, which was going to be in Arizona, and then from there go and train in New Mexico for 6 months. So I was very happy, and I knew all the hard work had paid off. And I had also gotten my medical clearance as well. And so they pretty much, I got that email saying that I was cleared. And then from there, that's when the very next day I got the call. And it was shocking too, because it happened so quickly, and it was just like, wow. And I actually missed the first call, and then I called them back, and then that's when, we started to dive into it. So I knew the hard work had paid off. And now, I was just keeping myself locked in and just staying sharp, staying, in a good headspace, which is what I'm going to continue to do. And especially for those of you guys in the process, that is what you should continue to do too as well. And that's the thing too, is what I wanted to say is a lot of what has helped me be successful in this hiring process and getting my final offer was just my determination, my resilience, and my willingness to be a part of something that's bigger than myself. Because of my family, it's a very powerful thing that you always want to aim high, and when you have a goal in mind, accomplish that and accomplish the next and accomplish the next. Very driven family, and I got my family to thank for that, and shout out to all my friends and family that have supported me along the way as well, and giving me the energy and the positivity. Even to some of you guys that reach out in the comments or on Instagram, shout out to you guys as well. You guys are a part of it too. And, and here we are, made it possible. Now, the only downside is, unfortunately, the EOD has been canceled. So I know I'm sharing some good news with you guys, but then there's the flip side to this coin, unfortunately. So, because I want to be 100% honest with you guys, like I don't want to hide anything or, just I want to be as transparent as possible and just, because this is what this is. This is what this is. It's a hiring process journey. It's a journey of becoming an agent, a journey of becoming something that I've always wanted to become. And so, I feel it's important to document it, and that's just me. So I actually had an accident at work. And as you can see here, I know it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I was at work, and right now I'm a crane operator for a steel company. So I was rigging some beams, and I was using my hooks to lift the material up, and I was gonna throw my chain under and lift it up, because usually what you do is you use the hooks to get the beams up, or whatever kind of material you're trying to throw your chain around, because when you throw your chain around, it holds everything into place. You lift it up and you're able to take it to where you need to go. And I was working on an overhead crane. So, and I was getting ready to load some trailers, and funny enough, it was actually a week after my final offer. I got the call on the 7th, and the accident happens on the 14th, which is crazy. And it was like the last 30 minutes before my shift. Like, I was getting off a 10-hour shift, and I wasn't distracted. I wasn't I was obviously, I had a lot of excitement about this opportunity coming up for Border Patrol and all that, but I wasn't gonna let that distract me and throw me off course. So anyway, long story short, the beams that I hooked, they each weighed like 2,000 pounds. So I had 4 beams I had hooked up. The hooks slipped, and the weight became unstable, and it was only holding it on one side. So in the end, it just came crashing, came falling down. And as soon as I heard the slip, I moved my hand out of the way, because I was gonna put a board under it to create a little opening to throw my chain. The board came, wham, hit my thumb. I was able to move it out of the way, and it only got my thumb. And I'll tell you guys, like, it was very shocking, because it just happened so fast, and those things are so heavy, and then when they're coming down, they are coming down. And especially any of you guys that do this kind of work with steel and stuff like that, knows that this shit is very, very serious stuff. It can be very dangerous. So it got my thumb, and guys, I gotta say, I was very shocked, and quite frankly, I was very disappointed for a little bit, because it's just something that I was looking forward to doing and getting into, and then wham, I had suffered a fracture on my thumb. I had to get reconstructive surgery, and right away I knew, man, there's no way I'm gonna be able to make it to the academy, because this thing, like the surgeon was giving me approximations, so it would take anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks to heal. And so on, it's going to continue to gradually heal as long as I take care of it. So, but it is going to put more time before I can actually start training at the academy. I'm going to have to get a new EOD date, which is why it was canceled. So, and pretty much I just have to just do my part. I got to let this thing heal, let it just happen, and it's just gonna recover when it recovers. I'm not in any rush. I can't rush it, and like I said before, this was a very shocking moment. The last thing I had expected to happen, and I had been doing this for quite a while, and so when it happened, I was just wow, and I can't let my emotions take over, because I know that it was an accident, and it was just something that just, shit happens. Shit happens. And there's nothing that I can do about it except just do my part in letting it recover and letting it heal. So that's what happens. Like, you're gonna be faced with adversity. Like, even before you get into something great, you're gonna be having roadblocks thrown your way, and stuff is just gonna happen. I'm not saying it's gonna happen all the time and it's gonna happen to everybody, but you'll have moments in your journey, whether you're pursuing Border Patrol, law enforcement, or building a business, or just something, that requires that is going to be great, and that requires a lot of energy and giving it your all. There's going to be stuff that's going to be put in the way, and not that I'm being negative or bitter about it, but that's the reality of it. Yes, I have faced a lot of other roadblocks as I was getting into this point of getting my final offer. And then I guess I just decided to just test my patience and hey, the universe is like, let's see how he acts when we break his thumb. But in all positiveness though, I know that this is not gonna be forever. It's only a temporary thing, and I'm grateful to have a strong support system. And I am sorry, like, a lot of you guys that may watch my videos and follow me, like, you guys are rooting for me, and you guys are sending messages my way. I apologize to deliver this kind of news, but I promise that this too shall pass, and I will be where I need to be. So, and at the end of the day, guys, this is not gonna throw anything off course. Like, this is something I just have to deal with, something I have to go through, and then I'll be back before we know it. I will be back, and I'm gonna come back stronger and better, and because I pride myself on performance. I want to be able to perform, even if I recover faster than I anticipate. Still, I gotta let this thing get to 100%. So in the meantime, this just has to just do its thing. So, and I would say, before I cut out, my advice for you guys that are going through this hiring process, embrace the hardships, embrace the journey, embrace the difficulties. Because as I mentioned in my other videos, you're gonna have stuff that's you're gonna stumble across that you may or may not, but still, just be ready for what could happen. Just be ready for something that could happen unexpectedly, and just program your mind to just be stronger than your emotions, and to just find a solution, find a way to just work around it. Same thing with this, and with my diabetes. Like, I have to find a way to get stronger, to be able to perform, to be cognitive, to be able to be firing on all cylinders. So I have to just work with what I have, and quite frankly, I haven't even stopped training. This is not going to stop me from training. I'm still working out. So, and I'm still going to do what I can, right? So that's what I want to pass on for you guys, And some stuff may be discouraging, but again, don't let that discourage you. Don't take stuff personally. Just do your best, do your part, and give yourself a shot. Because at the end of the day, if you give yourself that shot, you will thank yourself for coming this far, and you will inspire your family, your friends, other people that follow your journey, And that's what it's about. We know what we want to do with our lives. We want to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. So we're going to go on it and go after it, 10 toes down, no matter what. So that's what it comes down to, and that's what it's about. We embrace the journey. We're not going to be crying about it, not going to feel sorry about it. Yeah, shit happens. So what? We're going to keep fucking marching. So That's what I encourage for you guys. And once again, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. And I will continue to keep you guys in the loop with another update coming out when this heals and when I get ready to go off to training again. So guys, this is not over. This is not the last video. I am not disqualified or anything like that. The journey still continues. And I appreciate all you guys for checking this out, showing your support, and the march continues. Peace.